Allahu ya Allah, bless all my sisters, grant them rahmah, grant them barakah, look after their needs in dunya and akhirah. Ameen. Life is a journey, and knowledge is also a journey. And if you don't enjoy your journey, it becomes boring and tiring. The nature of traveling is boredom, and also it's very tiring, right? Journey, any journey. You started quite well, then you start getting impatient, tired, exhausted, and then frustrated until you reach the destination. But look at those who in their mind, they speak to their mind, to themselves, that it's going to be long, sometimes rough, but I have to be patient so that I reach my destination with the rida, with pleasure, not reach the destination but no rida. Rida of who? Rida of Allah Azza wa Jal, of course. So it's like that, sisters. Just to finish a book like this, it takes a long time. Especially that we don't meet every day. It takes time. Our ulama, may Allah have mercy on them, I told you that Imam Malik, rahimahullah, wrote Al-Muwatta. Al-Muwatta, if you see it, is just this size. Not bigger than this. But it took him 40 years to write it. Does that mean go study the fiqh of Imam Malik? Libraries. If you write down whatever Imam Malik said and taught his students, you will end up with a huge library, just one man. But when they were writing, may Allah have mercy on them, they were extremely careful because they leave it for generations. 40 years to document the hadith. And it was the first book after the Quran. The first book after the Quran is Al-Muwatta of Imam Malik, rahimahullah. So he left for us, mashallah, the most authentic ahadith. 40 years, sisters, to write a book. Doesn't mean he can't write it. He can write it overnight. In the morning it's ready. But they were so careful. And also they were teaching. As he is writing, he is teaching. As he is teaching, he is writing. So they were not obsessed by writing the way we are today. They were so much afraid of what they leave behind them. For us, we cannot even finish a book. Allahu Akbar. So you can see. Imam al-Bukhari, 30 years. 30 years to write the ahadith. It took him 30 years. This is one man. So take the lives of our ulama, put them together, see how many years to, for example, write a library like this other than the Quran. And yet, you see us cannot finish. No, we have to be careful, and we have to think. We have to do this like in your mind. You speak to yourself. You say, look, it's going to be long, and it's a journey. Didn't Rasulullah ﷺ said, seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave?
Yes.
Cradle to the grave.
Yeah.
Where is the cradle? Where is even your youth? Did we start from the cradle?
No.
We cannot. Some of us, can they start from young? Yes, but only few. Few, from childhood. If their parents put them on that road, and if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, of course, accepts that they be on that road. It's not given to anyone. So alhamdulillah, we see we already started with deficit, huge deficit. So, sabr. Sabr, my sisters. All of us, shaitan comes to us to say, there is something more important. There is nothing more important than knowledge. Please understand that. The greatest ibadah Allah wants us to worship with is ilmu, seeking knowledge and teaching. There is nothing better than that. What was Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam doing? What is da'wah? Teaching knowledge. Very good. Da'wah is to try to help someone raise his level of awareness of Allah. Through fiqh, through hadith, through tafsir. So your awareness of God comes only if you seek knowledge. Remember that. It's not going to happen otherwise. I told you, the destination is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Is to go to Allah, right? Yes. With what? Now, you came to destination. Destination was classroom. Yeah. With what you came? car, someone maybe dropped you, you had a means. Someone, or you, or whatever, you brought yours. But with a means, the means of seeking Allah's pleasure is ilmu. Remember this.
Okay.
Remember that. Shaitan sometimes comes to us and he keeps, especially the dunya. Because the dunya, we desire it. Unless you desire the ilm more than the dunya, you cannot stay on this path. Remember this. If you desire the ilm, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala therefore, more than the dunya, you can't stay on this path. If from time to time, may Allah help. So speak to yourselves and said, I am already on the best path, the path of ilm, which is equal to jihad. If anyone dies while going to seek knowledge, like you now, you came out of your homes to seek knowledge. God forbid, if you die now, whether on the way or in classroom, you go to Jannah straight, inshallah. Promised by Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam. من التمس طريقا للعلم التمس طريقا إلى الجنة. أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. He who seeks a path to seeking knowledge, he has sought the path to paradise. The ulama said, meaning if he dies, mashallah, straight to Jannah. Sure, look. May Allah make us among those who, inshallah, always seek knowledge for His sake, only for His sake. Ameen.
Ameen.
So that was something I wanted to share with you, inshallah. Yalla.